guys, it's Robin. Today I wanted to pop in and share with you some of my favorite kitchen tools. Now, I am not a chef or a cook, I cook a little bit, but I am not someone who loves cooking or has always cooked. I am someone who kind of got married, had no idea how to cook a meal, and have just sort of learned to cook by necessity. And I do enjoy it a little bit now. I would enjoy it if I didn't have kids screaming at me all the time. If I had, just a nice relaxing Saturday with have a glass of wine and cook, I would probably enjoy it a lot more. But the thing is cooking is a part of a healthy, balanced life. There's just no way around it. So you have to figure out a way to make it work for you. And one thing I learned is that having a few key kitchen tools can really help. Really help. And it took me way too long to buy these things and invest in them. Some of them are super cheap, some of them a little bit more expensive, but having them in the kitchen has made cooking much easier and more enjoyable for me. So I wanted to share them with you. Okay, so I'm gonna go through them. There's 7 of my favorites here today. The first one is my Vitamix. And I know you've heard me talk about this before, and I swear this thing is one of the best investments I've ever made. I know it's a blender and it's very expensive, but for me, it has been worth every penny. And I did a lot of research before I bought one because I had multiple blenders before. I had a basic one, I had a little bit of a nicer one. So I have never regretted this purchase for a second. If you have little kids who are picky, I highly recommend this because you can blend up anything and they won't even know it's in there, like spinach and cucumbers and peppers. You can do all kinds of things in there. So my Vitamix is my number one. Mine is certified reconditioned, so it was a little bit cheaper and I've never had a problem with it. So I recommend going that route. Second is my citrus squeezer, which again, this is one of those things that I just never bought because I thought it was frivolous or unnecessary. I was like, oh, I'll just squeeze my lemon juice into my salmon or whatever it is I was making. But this thing is a game changer. You can buy one for like 10 bucks. You put your citrus in there, squeeze, you get all the juice, none of the seeds. Highly recommend. These little simple things can make cooking so much more enjoyable, especially because citrus is a great way to flavor your meals without adding a bunch of cheese or salt or other stuff. Fresh and healthy. Along with that is the zester. And this one took me a long time to buy. I always used to try to use my cheese grater. I was like, I don't need an extra zester, I'll just use my cheese grater. Well, it never worked very well. So this is a zester to use with lemon and lime to get the zest. And that just comes off really easily with one of these. And did you know that the kind of sour from the citrus fruits, when you use the zest with it, it's the sweetness and it balances the flavors out. So again, a little bit of lemon juice along with a little bit of lemon zest is a great way to freshen up a meal and make it flavorful and delicious without adding a bunch of salt, sugar, junk, and it's cheap and easy. So citrus squeeze and zester, you will love these. This one was a game changer for me. My friend got this for me, actually my sister-in-law. It's a santoku knife. And having a good knife in the kitchen will make cooking so much more fun and enjoyable, I promise. I kind of had a bunch of cheap knives I was always using, but I got this as a gift and it's fantastic for chopping vegetables. And you'll feel like a pro. You'll feel like you're on the cooking channel. So highly recommend. All you need is one and you'll love it, I promise. Okay, this is another one that's kind of just for fun, but it makes you feel like you're on the Cooking Network, which who doesn't love that, right? So this is for salt. So I don't use traditional salt shakers anymore. I buy salt in bulk off Amazon. My favorite brand is Real Salt. And it comes in a bag and I just refill this dish that I leave next to my stove and just pinch, sprinkle onto meals, or scoop, sprinkle it onto meals. This is the good for you kind of salt that has a lot of nutrients that are actually good for your body, so you don't have to feel bad about using it. Leave it by your stove and you'll feel like a pro when you're cooking. Let's see, this was a switch I made a while back, glass containers, right? These are glass lock containers. So the lids just kind of snap on, snap off. And one thing I did, I had a whole bunch of annoying Tupperware. I'm sure you can relate to that, right? That can't find the lids. plastic, some glass, round, square, all these different shapes and sizes, and you spend so much time wasting trying to find the match. Well, I went ahead and threw out all my junk. Actually, I didn't throw it out. Do you know where it is? This will make you laugh. It's right here, which is purely for my toddler to play with. He just pulls this out, you know how they love Tupperware, and throws it all over the floor. But I use these for food. They're all square and rectangular, so they stack easily in the fridge, and you can see what's inside them. They're glass, so they're not leaching any chemicals into the food, and it makes meal prep a lot more fun, and you'll feel a lot more organized. These little things can make a huge difference, I promise. Okay, last but not least, a good cutting board. So forever I had these cheap IKEA cutting boards that were like curling up at the end and sliding on the counters, and it was just annoying. So pair that with a bad knife and it's like, who wants to chop veggies, right? Get yourself a Suntoku knife, get yourself a good cutting board, and you'll be amazed at just these little tweaks and how they can make you feel more confident in the kitchen and help you enjoy your meal prep process so much more. So if you have any questions, leave me a comment. And if you are interested in more quick and healthy meal prep ideas, be sure to use the link below to sign up for my weekend meal planning and meal prep guide. It's totally free. It walks you through how I prep my meals every weekend for me and my family. I think you'll find it helpful. Be sure to sign up and I'll send it to you right away. See you guys back here soon.